And welcome everyone to the Manchester Memorial Crusaders versus the Spaulding Red Raiders. My name is Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. Glad to be with you this evening on this gorgeous night. My name is Kyle Heavey again, and this is Andrew Arnold. Andrew, welcome to Manchester Public Television's Friday Night Football.
Thank you for having me back again.
Yeah, it's trying to fix the audio levels here as they seem to be a little bit louder here, but you know, we're glad to have this game. It's going to be a tough one for Memorial here, coming in winless, playing 2 games in a row in overtime, and unfortunately, both of them been defeats.
Yep, this is a big one. It's the homecoming game, annual. Every year, home football game is declared the homecoming game, and this one is against the leading in the East Division 3-0 Spaulding Red Raiders, who have defeated Alvern, Portsmouth, and Dover, as opposed to Memorial, who has lost all 3 of their games to Timberlane, Dover, and Portsmouth. Memorial really hoping that they can capitalize on any chance they get to give Spaulding their first loss of their great start of a season.
Well, the captains are getting ready to come out onto the field for the coin toss, as Spaulding, looking at their side, they have some tough injuries right now, including one of their seniors, Captain Ned Drina, who unfortunately had his fibia and tibia broken. You can see him on the crutches right there during last week's game on, of course, a punt, the only punt of the game for Spaulding. And it's tough to see that he's still out there as a captain. And coming out for Memorial, we got only 2 captains,
Adam Jocks and Eric Seymour.
And looking forward to seeing Mr. Seymour a lot out there tonight, as we saw him a couple weeks ago versus in that Dover game.
Yeah, he got that big touchdown to tie the game, force overtime here 2 weeks ago.
And Adam Jocks, you can see the size on him. This is definitely going to be an advantage for Memorial if they can use some of that size and strength to their advantage, that they should be able to get some points for sure.
That starting offensive line is going to be the big X factor here again. You got Josh Jahanet, Mene Adumene, Adam Jocks, Patrick Vachon, and Jack Paradise. Those 5 offensive linemen going to be huge for Memorial tonight in this cold game.
I mean, it's not terribly cold. I think you know, being a lean person that you are, it's easier to be cold. But
West was worse.
West was way worse last week. As right now,
it was not cold here as when we were here the last time.
It is 56 degrees and a beautiful sunset right now. The remnants of Hurricane Ian causing the clouds to come in.
Oh yeah.
And Memorial has declined. They'll get the ball first in the second half.
There's other captains for Spaulding. I see Jacob Ensko. I see number 86 and Emmett Colby. And there's one more who I can't tell who it is. That is number 52, Edwin Tavares, and then along with Ned Drena.
And the excitement in the air right there as the teams come together. And I feel like Memorial, with your pep rally today, there's a lot of excitement for this team today.
Tons of excitement, tons of red in school today. And the entire school, looks like a lot of the school is here tonight, and they are ready for this big homecoming game tonight.
We'll take a break and enjoy the national anthem here. Wonderful job right there by the Memorial Band to get this national anthem going. And we're ready to go for this Division I East matchup here.
No football game can happen without the referees, and tonight we've got the head referees Bob Kruipka, Empire Joe Serra, head linesman Kevin Bolduc, your line judge is Bob Barbarisi, and the back judge is Mark Gregorakis.
Yeah, they're going to be hoping to not have too busy of a night out there with penalties, but anything can happen. And hopefully we're ready for a battle of the red here.
I was going to say, it looks like a practice out there.
It certainly does. You got the
Except for the Spaulding red helmets.
Spaulding in their white jerseys, red pants and red helmet, while Memorial, on the other hand, in their red pants, red jerseys, and more of a blue helmet there with some wearing white socks here. And they will be kicking from left to right across your screen. And let's see if they start off with any sort of trickery here to get things going.
We've got no injuries for Memorial tonight. Dan Bettenker, as you introduces Mr. Wisdom Teeth himself, is back in tonight. He's not in the starting lineup, but I think he'll get plenty of touches on both offense and defense tonight.
And away we go. A short kick that will be landed about the 27. Takes a good bounce for Memorial. Going to try to get around, and he's going to be swallowed up and brought down about the 24-yard line.
It was Zach Lynch on the return there. Just a little bit of a weird bounce there. It looked like it spun on the turf, but fielded well by the junior. Now Spaulding will get going from the 25.
Pretty good kick. It seemed short, but I mean, it took a Crusader bounce and was able to get going.
Yeah, always like to see those beautiful bounces, especially on kickoffs.
Well, Spaulding, like I said, is coming in looking to really do a spread type offense, or more of a, they run the same play over and over again like we saw at Sanborn. Pitch out and going to be swallowed up. Short little gain there, and look at the sea of red. Well, obviously, it's easy to be a sea of red when there's so much red on the field, but
could not tell you who brought him down. That was just everybody on defense. We'll give the entire defense credit for that stop.
That's all we can do at this point.
PA announcer said that it was the freshman Lucas Brown who led the tackle.
Oh, either way, defensive Memorial looking stout right there. We're able to be on the field for there, and there definitely was some size there between us and them.
Oh yeah, big time, especially that offensive line.
I'll see what they do with a 2nd and 9. And we have a flag thrown already, and it looks like it's going to be encroachment on Memorial. Yeah, that's the official call, so that's going to be 5 yards, so that'll make it much easier, a 2nd and 4.
Given away.
I feel like I have an echo here. It's pretty impressive to see here. I'm ahead of the PA announcer here in some ways, but
giving away yards already here. First minute and already encroachment penalty. Not sure who it was, but still got to work on that.
And a little flip out and taken down.
That's Hunter Truman.
Should be enough for a first down.
And he is in 5th place in the entire Division I with 491 rushing yards. He's looking to break 500 tonight, but he's in 5th place in the entire Division I for football.
Wow.
Having himself a great season.
Runs like that, first downs are all that really matters, as well as getting in the end zone, but we'll see what that just a junior can do here.
One more touch, you might get over that 500 mark.
A little pitch out. Nice little move right here, and he's still on his feet for another first down. Looked like that was number 81, I believe. 86. Emmett Colby, the senior.
First down on 1st and 10. Memorial defensive line definitely got fooled there. They saw Truman going to the left side and had no idea that Colby was on the right with the ball.
Well, Colby, the senior, 6 foot, 170 pounds, and he also lines up as a running back as well. So
Spaulding really packing the box here.
Yeah, they definitely got to be some quick handoffs as Colby's in motion, and he's going to be up the middle. Actually, it's going to be Colby on the sidelines. Was fooled all around there.
Yeah, that was really, I can tell you, Spaulding offense runs some wacky stuff. As I've watched a little bit of film, I watched their film against Portsmouth, and they run some weird stuff. And I was like you, I thought that Emmett Colby had that ball running down the sideline because he faked the handoff too, but he did not.
And we definitely will try to work on that as the more we get familiar with the Spaulding.
Yeah, that's how
style of
Spaulding's won
play.
their games. Running some weird offensive plays, but, whatever works.
And a little pitch out. Up the middle they go. Jumping, trying to make his way. And I believe that was number 18, Hunter Truman again.
And he might have that 500-yard mark now. Only needed 9.
Helmet comes off, so he has got to go to the sidelines. And in for him will be Zach Lynch, who returned that punt. Or kickoff, excuse me.
Yeah, this is definitely a short-handed Spaulding team. We got to talk to some of the guys earlier. Grady Collins has a hip pointer, and then you said Ned Drena's got a fibia and tibia, broke punt last week, and then Drew Pare's got a concussion. So definitely some tough injuries here for the Red Raiders.
Oh, box matched up. A quick little handoff, and it looks like he is going to get at least 5 yards. Still on his feet, still trucking away. It's like rugby right there. And finally brought down, but a nice solid little run. Once you get the big line moving, you might as well keep going.
Yeah, they're pushing right through that line.
Which is not what we were expecting to see
No, not
at all.
'Cause that is a big offensive line. But Spaulding's got no problem so far pushing right through, and they are moving up the field with almost no problem, as this is going to set up 3rd and 1.
Well, opening drive here is going pretty well for
Caden Melendez
Spaulding.
hasn't thrown the ball yet.
Yes, all been run.
They're still packing that box, kind of like Sanborn last week.
Looks like it's going to be a handoff kind of to Colby again. So it's really going to come down to 3 offensive players who are going to be touching this ball.
I did see a lot of that in warm-ups. The shuffle in the backfield and then given to the running back who stayed still. The 3 people in the backfield, somebody shuffling, and then a handoff. Saw tons of that in warm-ups, and looks like that's what they're going to be going with here until Memorial finds a way to stop it.
Hey, if you don't have an answer, you might as well keep doing it. And we got Caden Melendez, the quarterback. We haven't even had to say his name. He's doing very good on getting the pitches. And look at this run up the middle, Andrew. This is into the red zone area, and
that's Truman again.
And that will be enough for another Spaulding first down.
Really, really good drive here for Spaulding. Only had 1 3rd down.
And Memorial, on that note, will call a timeout and try to get things figured out. 7:27 remaining in this first quarter. And it's been all Spaulding so far with able to do whatever they want with the ball.
Yeah, 4.5-minute drive. Definitely got to talk things over here, figure out how they're going to stop this run, because it looks like that's what they're going to be going with for at least the remainder of this drive and maybe longer. But a good timeout call by Sturgis, because they just have no answer for that 3 running back backfield right now.
Yeah, we were able to talk to Coach Sturgis before the game, and got to see how he was feeling about things. And he's hoping for not another overtime as well. As it's been a tough couple weeks of just playing overtime and not able to pull off the victories.
I'd never seen overtime for this team, and lo and behold, this year they go overtime back-to-back weeks. So definitely looking to avoid that tonight. A lot of stress in overtime, too.
A lot of stress. You can't make any mistakes, and unfortunately, things just haven't panned out as well as they had hoped. And now here we go, 1st and 10. And it looks like that was kind of a fumble. And, yeah, sure enough, look at this. They're celebrating, and Memorial has the ball.
It's Raymond Aline who's got it in his hand.
Wow, so a huge timeout for Memorial. It works in their favor as a fumble recovery. I saw the snap, and I thought it was, I'm so used to the trick plays that they were doing something different, and instead now Memorial's offense will come out, and a good stop right there on that Spaulding offense that didn't look like they had an answer. Memorial didn't have an answer for.
That might be the best timeout we've seen taken all year.
Absolutely.
Coach Sturgis knew exactly what he wanted them to do, and looks like they just stripped that ball. And it was, once again, said his name last time we were here, Raymond Aline with another fumble recovery.
Here we go with a 1st and 10 now. And hand off to, looks like Seymour. And Seymour is going to be brought down by a pair of Red Raiders.
Yeah, Memorial's going to have to go 87 yards for a touchdown, but either way, they're happy to get that ball back without a score for Spaulding here on the first drive.
We saw them do it again. We saw them do a long drive 2 weeks ago in that Dover game, so we know that they're capable of it.
Are very capable, yeah.
It's just, can they do it is the big question here.
I talked to Coach D'Onofrio yesterday too. Big thing he emphasized was capitalizing on chances like these. You know, they just stopped them on a huge drive. Now they got to go down, handle business, and score.
Look at this run right here.
Look at Eric Seymour
getting into the Spaulding side of the field and
big time
down.
rush.
That's good for at least 35 yards right there.
Not a huge run by Eric Seymour, huh? Look at that.
And able to get that first down, and now into enemy territory they go.
This dual running back duo for the Crusaders, Eric Seymour and Chase Burris, who just ran onto the field, that's going to be what wins them games.
Coach Danny Bryson giving some love right there as well for Memorial. So we still are waiting for our first pass attempt in this game. But,
almost halfway through the first quarter, ball hasn't been in the air yet.
Oh, time of possession going to be a huge thing. And now another handoff. Look at this. And look at
Chase Burris
on this. Can he get the goal line? He does.
Down.
Memorial able to capitalize on 2 long runs. And now with 6:21 remaining in this first quarter, Memorial takes the lead and a extra point away from making it a 7-0 ball game.
That is the 4th touchdown of the year for Burris, and a huge one at that. You know, Coach D'Onofrio, I just talked to him yesterday, wanted to capitalize on chances like those, and Memorial just went 87 yards to take the lead. Huge momentum change, and now there's a chance to make it 7-0 with an extra point or 8 with a 2-point.
Under 1 minute able to go 87 yards, Andrew. That's what we like to see from the Crusaders.
That's a huge first drive. That was dominant.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So Memorial able to capitalize on a fumble by Spaulding, and 3 plays later bring it to the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want to see. And it's the first time Memorial has led at this stadium all year.
It's very true. Spaulding gonna have to figure things out. It's not like they're used to being down as well, being undefeated. So
big strip fumble by Alene turns into an 87-yard drive in under a minute that puts Memorial up 7-0. Huge first drive. When I tell you that dual running back, Eric Seymour has the power to get it up the field and then give it to Burris, finds a hole, forget about it. 4th touchdown of the year for him. And he's in 10th place in all of NHIAA Division I with 350 rushing yards. He might have broke 400 by the end of this game.
Oh, it's only in the first quarter, so there's plenty of time to gain some more.
Connor McFarland's in 8th place as well with 295 passing yards, and then Martin Alessandro sitting in 4th place in all of Division I with 176 receiving yards. So a lot of stats here for Memorial.
And a little pooch kick, going to be handled at the 30, able to get a couple yards, and finally brought down about the 39-yard line. So a 9-yard return off for a short kick, and, well, see if Memorial can do another job of stopping these Red Raiders.
And there's that sea of red again on that tackle, just a pile of red and white there. And even Memorial undershirts, like Adam Jocks' shirt, it's red and white. It's definitely going to be a little bit tough for to see, you know, especially like fumbles and stuff, as opposed to last week, you know, royal and navy blue, but this week basically the same colors except for the navy blue.
Yeah, Jose Soto doing an under-sleeved white shirt as well, so
a lot of people are with the white socks and stuff, a lot on the bench too.
All right, well, here we go. 1st and 10 for Spaulding at the 39-yard line. And another pitch out. Oh, he runs over a defensive lineman. He's still on his feet and plugging away, trying to get some extra yards. That was a great little run there by Truman.
That's a lot of power in his legs is what that was. Just pushing. And Memorial's just going to have to make that initial stop every time, because if he's able to just bulldoze through, especially if he gets past the line and it comes down to the defensive backs and he pushes through the defensive backs, he's going to get a lot of extra yards off breaking tackles. And you don't want to see that if you're a Memorial fan. You just got to stop him on the initial rush.
Well, a 2nd and 5 now here for the Spaulding Red Raiders, coming in at the 44-yard line. And now a little look at this run, Andrew. This is not going to be good. Trying to go for this strip sack.
Spin.
Did not work. And now Spaulding down inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was Seth Coratina with a big run and spin. That's a big kid, too.
Seth already patting his helmet, needing to come out. That was a long run for the sophomore, 5'10", 195 pounds.
Yeah, he's a power back for sure, and that was a huge run. But Spaulding now in the red zone, and Memorial's just got to do what they did last time. Their red zone defense has been outstanding.
Cal Azopardi, the fullback, comes in and replacing number 35, Seth Cortina. So still we got Caden Melendez in the running back position.
Still yet to throw the ball, anybody.
And another pitch out here. Look at this to Colby. Colby trying to get into the red zone and finally brought down.
As another run to a big kid. Colby's 6-foot running back. Don't see a lot of those. Usually the running backs are more like 5'8", 5'9", but Spaulding's got plenty of big, tall, strong running backs. And if there's one thing that's going to beat Memorial tonight, it's going to be that.
Well, looking at their lineup, I mean, all their guys over 6'1" are linebackers or offensive or linemen. So, to have these tall running backs, it works in their favor for sure. Now 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Little pitch out. This is a good move, and this should probably going to be great stop right
Big
there.
stop at the goal line.
Big stop there by number 2 and AJ Sebastian. I didn't think that he was going to be able to stop him.
No, but he just won with his head down in a huge stop to stop Truman from getting into the end zone. But that's going to be 1st and goal from looks like the 1.
Yeah, this quick drive again. 5:20 remaining in this first quarter, and it's been impressive to see the strength and ability of Spaulding as well on their second drive, looking to tie up this game.
See how different the running backs from each squad are.
A little pitch out again, and into the end zone they go, and Spaulding only down 1 point now. It's touchdown by Hunter Truman.
That was a huge drive for the Red Raiders. Just desecrated that Memorial defense, and it's those power backs that are going to win them the game tonight. Ball has been thrown yet, and it's 7 minutes in. You got to do what's best to win the game, and if it's running with the power backs, it's running with the power backs. So that was a huge drive by the Red Raiders, and now they're going to look to tie the game.
Well, I mean, the offensive drive for Memorial was so quick. You got to remember the defense has been out there the whole entire first quarter for the most part. And that's only so much you can do when you've been out on the field for 6 of the 7 minutes so far in this game. And let's see. Well, if everything's working, let's see if it's the same exact play as the touchdown. Can he be stopped? The ball comes out. I don't see any signal from the referees.
Me neither.
Waiting to see. It is no good. So Memorial keeps the lead 7-6.
That's a big break.
That's a huge break right there to keep that lead, and that could come into handy at the end of this game if they continue to play like this.
And force them to go for 2 again if they happen to score again. But now Memorial's going to need to say, you know what, forget about that. We just destroyed their defense too. So if this is going to be a high-scoring game, let it be a high-scoring game. It's going to get the fans into it, and this is looking like it's going to make for a great game.
Well, 5:01 remaining in this first quarter, and again, still have not seen a pass play yet, and looks like this game could be quick with the way things are going if they're going to continue to run it.
And the clock stays running too. Yeah, this might be a quick one here.
Well, kickoff from the 40-yard line. Waiting to see the number on the kicker here, trying to figure this out. I think it might be Melendez.
It is.
Since they lost their kicker in Ned Drana last week. And now we'll see what Melendez does. Oh, it's a pooch kick too. So
gotta field it.
Not handled cleanly. Tries to run around.
Here's Sebastian.
Sebastian with his nice cleats trips up, and he's gonna be finally put down at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that ball wasn't fielded cleanly, but Sebastian was able to pick it up and get over to the 35-ish, and he's quick. He's real fast, and I just wish he had a hole so he could have taken that farther and really shown us his speed.
Well, it's tough when there's only so much time to react when you're waiting for the ball to get there. But
at that point, you're just thinking about recovering it, making sure it doesn't get into the hands of the Red Raiders.
Well, here we go, back on offense. The first time, having decent field position as they started off really far into their zone last time.
Yeah, at the 12, and now they're at the 36.
So, see what they can do with an extra 24 yards. Hopefully the same results. We'll see what happens here. As now, looks like we're going to have our first pass. Ranging out, up in the air, and looks like
Nearly picked.
there was some miscommunication there. I don't know who was actually the expected target there.
Yeah, he's lucky that didn't get picked.
Yeah.
Looked like he might have been going for Aline there. Aline Alessandro.
Well, either way, it was tapped up in the air, and unfortunately, we'll have a 2nd and 10. So doesn't help the stat line with that sort of play.
No, but it's our first pass play 7 minutes into the game.
Now here we go with a 2nd and 10, and see if they go back to Seymour in the running game. Well, looks down at his arm pad.
He's in the backfield.
And it is a run play, and we're going to be brought down for a 4-yard gain. So
Set up
make
3rd and 6.
big 3rd down here. You've seen Spaulding just slice through the defense. So far, you need to keep this offense out in the field some longer. So
Yeah, they definitely could use a long drive, maybe even one to end this quarter. But interesting, Memorial's got their 3 biggest guys on the left side of the line. Center, Adam Jocks, and then left guard, Mene Adumene, and then left tackle, Josh Jahanet, and then opposed to...
well, 5 wide here are the Crusaders. So
Interesting. Empty backfield.
oh, he's going to run up the middle. Can he get past the guy? Able to stay on his feet.
Oh, what
Can
a
he
move.
hold on to the ball? He does. Gets past midfield.
Yep,
And
smart play.
Very
Really
decidedly drops down at the 49-yard line.
McFarland's a smart football player. He knew he had that first down. Stops, look where he was, get out of bounds, because he was about to take a huge hit, and you just do not want to do that,
Wow, that
especially in the first quarter.
clock stops at 3:59 as he stepped out of bounds. And hey, into enemy territory, the Crusaders go again. Kind of fun having Raiders and Crusaders.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
similar. Everything about these teams are similar.
and here we go, a 1st and 10 handoff. Tries to get to the outside, gets around the edge, is still on his feet, is able to get another 1st down before he's pushed out of bounds.
Another huge run by Burris.
That's at least a 17-yard gain, but as we hear, a flag is on the play, and it looks like it would be a holding call from where it is on the field, as he did go to the outside, and thinking that a wide receiver might have held on to it.
It's on Memorial.
Yeah, it's unfortunate play. Would have been good for 17. Instead, it goes backwards. And well,
that's disheartening. I mean, huge run by Burris using his speed, but a big 10-yard loss is going to set up 1st and 20, and now they've got to get the ball up the field with a pass.
well, the running game has worked, as we just saw a 17-yard gain if they had actually worked. And let's see here, we got some referees doing some work here, trying to figure things out.
Referee signaled for the clock to start, and now it's stopped. Now
1st and 10, 1st and 20 for the Crusaders.
now they're just going to play that 1st and 20. Not sure what that was about, but either way.
Either way, here we go with another 1st down play for Memorial, just a much longer than 10 yards. He ranges out, looks, decides, oh, he's got to go back into a sea red, still somehow stays on his feet, and now will be wrapped up and brought down. A big tackle there by number 34 in, I don't even have a 34 on our roster here.
Definitely should have gotten rid of that ball just a little bit earlier. That might be a JV player that got called up because of all the Spaulding injuries, but something Spaulding's definitely trying to do is take advantage of these turnover on downs and turnovers, because Dover turned the ball over 6 times in the first half last week, and which is why Spaulding was able to get that huge win, 36-23 over the Green Wave, and that's what they're looking for tonight, is capitalize on turnovers. Both of these teams are looking to capitalize on turnovers tonight.
Well, a very long 2nd and 24 here for Memorial, and they've gone backwards since they, got a good run for a 1st down. And look at this.
There goes Eric Seymour.
Can Seymour get something back to at least the line of scrimmage? He goes, and that will work for still a long 3rd and 10. But hey, 14 yards is good enough.
Yeah, I know. Sets them up back at their original line without the holding penalty and the sack for a loss of 14. But still a long way to go.
Coach Sturgis giving him a little fist bump there, saying good job. And, well,
Power comes off the field, speed goes on. Burris is on the field now for the backfield.
well, the play's working. Same thing that basically Spaulding's doing with using the same exact plays. And let's see if Coach Sturgis decides to go with this again, or D'Onofrio have something else up his sleeve. Looks like some communication issues for Spaulding. Oh, have to make something happen. Still not wrapped up. Able to get some yards, but unfortunately it'll be a 4th and long. That play just did not work at all. Offensive line did not hold their man.
Now he got rushed, and he was looking over here on the near side. He had Philbrick, and looks like that was Ethan Vilgrain over there. But I heard something on the PA.
Just for the stop.
Okay, I thought I heard holding for a second, but now Memorial's going to have 4th and 7. Our offense is going to stay on because they are in enemy territory, so.
See if they get them to encroachment or anything like that. We'll see.
Encroachment's going to set up 4th and 2.
That'd be much easier. So we'll see what they do here with a $1.50 remaining in this first quarter. Oh, there we go. That's what we're hoping to see, and it works beautifully. It won't be an automatic first down, but either way.
Here comes the "you can't do that" chant from the crowd. But that's twice. They got Dover to do it last week on 4th and I believe 4 or 3 last week.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah, excuse me. Last time we were here. But that's definitely a big part of their 4th down offense, is definitely trying to confuse, and 2 guys jumped there for Spaulding. I couldn't get the exact numbers, but definitely, like you said, easier 4th down now.
Well, here we go. See if they can do this. Keep that defense off the field for a little bit and try. Oh, they're going to change up the play. Omaha.
I saw a little bit of a jump there, too.
You can see right down the line there. It almost looks like they're offsides. Oh, he is going to be
big
stopped. And the Spaulding Red Raiders will take over with decent field position right there. I see basically a lot of the offensive guys that were out there to make that play, including Emmett Colby and as well as Hunter Truman.
Yeah, that was a huge stop for that Spaulding defense. But either way, decently long 3 minute and a 3.5 minute drive there for the Crusaders, but still no scoring on that. And now they give the ball back to Spaulding at the 42.
Spaulding, their 3rd time getting the ball in this first quarter. And now we'll see what they can do with a minute 14.
Got to stop the run.
A little pitch out, get some yards, and looks like he is going to be a yard short of the first down. But, very impressive to see this double backfield for Spaulding as well here, Andrew.
Yeah, Emmett Colby can move real well. I'd think of him as more as a tight end based on what his height and weight are, but no, he can run that football.
Well, when they haven't thrown a pass, you got to be able to use the.
Yeah, there's an injured Crusader right at the 50 on the far side.
I noticed the clock had stopped, and not good to see what he's part of the tackle as well over there. And this could be a tough one for sure if he is not able to return to this game.
Yeah, I just said, maybe I jinxed it. I said the Crusaders were healthy for this game, but here in the first quarter, we've got our first injury.
Able to get up on his own. Band playing right below us, so it's pretty loud right now.
Yeah.
But trying to get
interesting time to play, but looks like that's the freshman Lucas Brown, who is limping, getting off the field with the help of the trainer. That looks like 38. A couple of these numbers are tough to tell on the jerseys. The 7s and the 2s and then the 1s and the 3s from a distance. But now I can see, that's Lucas Brown, the freshman defensive back.
Whoa. See what the trainer has in store for him, and hopefully he can get back on the field after, could be a cramp for all we know. We saw a lot of those last week versus at the West game.
Tons of them.
Now Spaulding looks to continue their offense. Another pitch out, same exact play, able to get that first down and into enemy territory goes Spaulding.
We may only say 3 offensive names tonight for the Red Raiders.
Well, I guess we've got to give some love to the offensive linemen because they're doing their job
Oh yeah.
pretty well. I got to give them credit on that.
But Emmett Colby and Hunter Truman are the 2 names really on offense we've said all game. But you know, whatever works.
30 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
If you don't need to throw the ball, don't do it.
And man in motion. Pitch out to this side, near side. Finds a hole, gets past his lineman, and now it's finally brought down. And that will do it for the first quarter here as the clock will come to an end.
Couple people slow to get up there. That's Jahanit.
Yeah, I was looking at them kind of figuring out Caden Melendez down there as well. And there we go, the end of the first quarter here. And Memorial lucky to keep that 7-6 lead.
Yeah.
And, wow, it's going to be an interesting second quarter. Spaulding could be up, you know, at least a couple more scores had they not lost that fumble there on their first drive, Andrew.
Yeah, Memorial's definitely got lucky on that first drive with the fumble. They were able to score, but now Spaulding forced them out, and now they're in a good position to try to take the lead for this game.
Sorry about that, as I figured out what's...
I was
Why is
wondering
it
what that
buzzing?
was.
So
Yeah.
that sounds a little bit better now. So
Yeah.
my apologies on that.
But good first quarter either way. Saw a lot of action, 2 touchdowns, both of them rushing, and a total of 1 pass.
And which was incomplete, unfortunately. So
This reminded me of the Bills game versus the Patriots.
Bills Patriots.
Mac
yeah.
Jones threw the ball 3 times.
There's a little difference in the weather, though.
Yeah.
That was a pretty crazy game. So now, as they switch sides, Spaulding in their white jerseys and red pants will be going left to right this time, and Memorial will be going, as you can guess, right to left in their all red jerseys and pants and the blue helmets. So this is a perfect spot for us as we can look straight down the line here.
And the best plays of that quarter was Memorial forcing Spaulding into encroachment, making it 4th and 2 instead of 7, but unfortunately Burris got stopped by the entire Spaulding defense, it looked like, and they weren't able to convert there.
All right, well, here we go, a 2nd and 5, and I'm not even sure where the ball went on that one. That fooled me out. There's guys going in different ends, and instead they went right up the middle, and that would be enough for a first down from the looks of this. Yeah, they have decided to move the chain gang further, so
Spaulding just will not throw that ball, excuse me. They've been rushing it real well.
And now we got to pay attention to which side is what. It looks like we have 18 and Hunter Truman near side to us, and on the far side will be Emmett Colby. So we'll see who gets the ball here. Really tight formation here.
Truman in motion.
Looks like it'll be Colby up the middle, and he's going to get to at least the 32-yard line, and that will be good enough for another first down.
Spaulding's going to run that.
22-yard line, excuse me.
Spaulding's going to run that all night. Memorial's going to have to score on offense. They might get beat all night by that exact same play. And if that's the case, then they're going to have to capitalize every time they get that football on offense.
And now
Lucky they scored first, and
another
Spaulding
first
didn't
and
get it.
10, and trying to get into the red zone. Let's see what Spaulding does here.
Truman in motion again.
And Truman gets the pitch, is trying to get to the outside, and he's brought down
Oh, there's a flag.
for only a 1-yard gain. But as you say, there is a flag, so we'll see.
Chuck that thing.
Let's see if that's a hold call
I
or
think that was the farthest throw we've seen all night.
that was an incompletion too. But I guess he wasn't really throwing it. And we got some hopping on the field. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be against Memorial. I'm not too familiar with that. Exactly what that was, but fortunately, it goes against the home team here. And Shabba McDonough Field, it's got a lot of fans here in red, but unfortunately, they haven't had too much to cheer for so far in this first quarter.
Yeah,
besides
those
that
two
touchdown and fumble.
Big rushes for those to set up that touchdown. But yeah, now Spaulding moves into prime position to take the lead here.
Oh,
Just not sure what the personal
Just
foul
really-
was.
And a run up the middle there.
That big stop.
Nice trickery right there. Melendez and as well as Colby were right there trying to look like they were going to do something outside. Instead, the handoff quickly went inside.
There's that defensive line. Got to give them some love. I told them I would if they played well tonight. And those are the big fellas. It's Adam, Josh, and Patrick and Mene with that big stop there. Only a yard gain.
I got to give Spaulding credit. They remind me of like a Boise State from years past. A lot of trickery and now pitch out, trying to get hit to the inside, finds a hole, and can he get into the end zone? And he does. Touchdown Spaulding, and they take the lead. And again, it's the big number 86, Emmett Colby, doing the work.
Yeah, that's a huge moment in this game for Spaulding. I mean, they just ran down that field. And that turnover on downs looks even worse because Spaulding made something of it. And they really didn't get stopped on that drive.
Yeah, it was only one play, and of course that was a personal foul, so they were able to go half a distance to the goal on that. So now we'll see if Spaulding can go 4-2 and get it this time. They were unsuccessful in their first attempt. And see if they run the same exact play, see if it's Colby to the end zone. He's in motion, but it's going to be up the middle, and it looks like Memorial has stopped him again. So 12-7 the score here from Shabbat McDonough Field. And again, Spaulding doing a great job on offense, and now it's going to be up to the Crusaders to get their offense going, now down 5 points.
0 for 2 on the 2-point conversion. Definitely interesting by a Spaulding team who's ran that play really well tonight. It's all they've done on offense, and they've just been stopped on that goal line twice for the 2-point conversion. But that's a big break for Memorial because, you know, they score a touchdown again, they lead automatically, and then they have the decision to either go for 1 or 2 to make it a 2 or 3 point ball game. But that's still a big break, Spaulding being 0 for 2 on the 2-point conversion. They're lucky this game isn't 16-7.
I mean, could be 18-0 if it wasn't for that fumble as well. So we'll take it as we go here and be glad that, you know, someone on the Red Raiders had trouble with the ball control. And
now Memorial's got to capitalize. You know, defense just got burnt again, and now you know what you need to do. Just get that ball up the field. Spaulding's defense has been having an okay game. They got that big stop, but they got burnt on that first drive.
Waiting for the kickoff.
Love to see a variety here of plays, passing and rushing.
See what Melendez does on this kick. If it's another pooch. Oh, it is. Oh, it takes a good bounce. Now taking about the 31, tries to get to the outside and brought down about the 34, 35 yard line. Let's see what they mark it. Looks like about the 35. So 65 yards, all Memorial has to do to get it into the end zone.
9:53 to go in the first half.
Good job by the special teams trying to. It's tough to prepare for pooch kicks like that when they take bounces.
Yeah, you have no idea which way the ball's going to go.
And now we'll see what McFarland can do. See if he can get some chances to throw the ball. But again, that offensive line has not been doing their job very well.
No, the defensive line has been pretty good tonight. You know, if one's struggling and one's not on, you know, they're not going to operate too well.
In the shotgun, looking to pass it. Look at this.
There's
Completion
Vilgrain.
right there. Takes a step back, motors forward, and is able to get about 7 yards on that. And it'll be a 2nd and short.
He actually introduced himself to me before the game, told me to shout him out on TV. So there you are, Ethan. Huge 8-yard gain sets Memorial up for 2nd and 2 or 3. 3. So they'll call it a gain of 7. Looks like they won't give him that forward progress. But first completed pass of the night.
Hey, that's 50% is
15
better than
minutes
0.
in.
And
That's
here we
something you
go.
don't see every game.
Going to be a run play here, man in motion. And now there's a flag thrown, and looks like a false start on the offense, and that will bring them back 5 yards.
That might be on Philbrook, 44, the tight end there.
And, oh, okay. I was thinking that it didn't look right when I was watching that play develop, and yeah, legal procedure is not what Coach Sturgis had in mind there.
Now it turns into 2nd and 8 with the ball spotted on the 37.
Well, we got 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side, 1 in the backfield.
Philbrook in motion again.
And gonna be a run play. Has a hole, hits
First
it,
down.
and is able to get up to the 49-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And impressive to see when he gets that ball, he's got room to run. What he's able to do there.
Yeah, that's their power back there, Eric Seymour. And now obviously he gets that first down. Speed's gonna come on the field and chase Burris, but that's a great way to capitalize off that tough penalty. You know, you don't want to take those illegal procedure penalties because they could definitely ruin a good drive, but Eric Seymour wanted none of that, and he got them that first down and take a step forward, and they'll be into enemy territory.
Spin move, tries to still get the hole, able to get across the line, but only for about 2 yards, and boy, that was very close to being a disastrous play right there.
Great way to get out of it, though, for Burris. You got a Red Raider down.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be Garrett Doucette, who's down there for Spaulding.
He's
Defensive tackle.
definitely looks like he's in some pain here as the Red Raiders kind of start heading towards more their side of the field. He's sitting up on his own now, and yeah, Garrett, the senior, 5'8", 185-pound defensive tackle. As we kind of look around the field here at 12-7.
Yeah, we've got games all over the city tonight.
Yeah, we got big ones over there at Gill Stadium with Londonderry Lancers coming up to face against the Little Green of
over
Central.
At West too. West has Milford tonight, and Trinity's actually got Campbell. So 4 games across the city tonight.
Wow, a lot of lights being shown brightly around the city
Coach
tonight.
Sturgis said that was the first time in 4-ish years that all 3 Manchester public schools have played on the same night, which is always great to see.
It's glad to be here, though, at Chavez McDonough Field, and see if now into Spaulding territory, what they can do with 2nd and 9, though. And it looks like he's going to run, or possibly pass. Oh, long, deep pass.
Oh, he's got his man.
Can he get into the end zone? Look at that, Andrew.
Touchdown Memorial.
A big pass play for 49-yard touchdown.
That's beautiful.
And boy, for a play that I didn't think was going to even work out from the way that he was working, a lot of excitement here now for the home team.
Can't tell whose number that is. 14, there he is, Ethan Vilgrain. Huge touchdown for Memorial, gives them that lead, and now the big decision from Coach Sturgis. 1 or 2 here. What do you do, Kyle?
You might as well go for 2. I don't think field goals are really working out. They're actually going to go for the extra point. All right. If you go for 2, I was thinking you'd go up by 3 points, but you know,
Yeah, Sebastian drilled that extra point the first time.
And high snap, kick, up and through. So a 14-12 lead for the Crusaders.
Memorial did what they needed to do.
And now plenty of time for the defense to rest there a little bit and get back out there and try to figure out the 3 plays that Spaulding runs and try to stop it.
It's McFarland connecting with Vilgrain for a huge touchdown. He's got well over 300 passing yards on the season now, but a huge play. Energy back in this place here at Chavez McDonough Field. Memorial leads 14-12. This is big time. Now they need a big time stop on defense to really get the momentum in this play shifted because they get the ball back in the second half. So huge stop here could work wonders for Memorial.
Well, Andrew, you were here yesterday for the 4-0 boys soccer victory versus Spaulding. So
real well
hoping
played by
to
the
see
boys.
another Memorial victory versus Spaulding here tonight. And right now, things are looking good. 3 drives so far both teams have had, and 2 touchdowns scored for each. But what's come down to is the extra points and the 2-point conversions.
Say it's 60-40 right now. Feels not too tilted, but with that touchdown, and Memorial's definitely got the momentum now. But what a great drive by Connor McFarland. Now he's probably getting praise on that headset from Coach D'Onofrio over here. That was a great way to lead his offense down the field after a tough defensive drive.
Booch kick going to be taken, but quickly down he goes.
Always the right move. Just fall on it. But that's 34, the mystery man. Always a mystery man here, as he's not on our roster.
No, he's done a good job. A smart move just to stop, drop, and roll right there.
It's always the right move, just to fall on it, make sure you field it, because nothing ever good is going to come if you bobble the ball and then you got to find it and try to return it. There's nothing's good is going to happen.
Spaulding getting the ball the same place Memorial did. Let's see how their drive goes.
7.5 to go.
Plenty of time for them for sure.
65 yards to the end zone for the Raiders.
Oh, it ball fumbled again. See if Memorial can recover it. We're looking, waiting for the answer, and it is.
They've got
Memorial able to get the ball again,
that.
And this is prime field position to really increase their lead, Andrew.
That's big time. That was the stop I was talking about. Not sure if he recovered it, but it looked like that was Jaden Coolian who had the ball in his hand. But now Memorial 7:25, a 5-second drive there for Spaulding, shortest we've had maybe ever. But now Memorial's got the ball in their hands again, and they're going to go from the 35 the opposite direction and could take the lead in this ball game.
Fumbles really crushing the Red Raiders as now in the first half.
Second time. But, you know, I said earlier, both of these teams are going to be trying to capitalize on turnovers, and so far, both teams have.
Well, here we go, 1st and 10, and Connor McFarland, a couple guys in the backfield, and it's going to be a quick handoff, finds a hole, and actually great tackle there by the Red Raider, and number 10 able to stop him in their tracks, and that's Jacob Ensko,
Now the key for Memorial is, for especially McFarland, is don't force passes. If you have to run the ball to get that touchdown, do it. Just don't force passes, because you're in prime position to put the team up by a lot here. Just don't force any stupid passes. That's the key on this drive.
Well,
That was only a gain of 3.
Winchell down here near side, man in motion.
It's Vilgrain.
And looks like a bad play right here, and it's still on his feet, and now finally brought down. Kind of a little craziness right there, Andrew, on that.
Yeah, that was really hard to tell what happened there. I don't know if they fumbled and it got picked up, but it looked like number 51, the offensive lineman, Daniel Pena Ramirez, went with the ball there, but it was a 5-yard gain either way. I really couldn't tell what happened in that sea of red and white and blue.
Certainly was a unique thing as the grill from the concession stand working pretty mightily. The cloud of smoke is starting to build in, and now 6 minutes remaining, a 3rd and 2 for the Crusaders, trying to get the lead some more. And now a pass play, incomplete.
Just missed them.
Do they go for it at this point?
Yep, 4th and 2. I'd say so.
I mean, you're just basically giving the ball back at the same spot that they're supposed to get it originally.
Yeah, I'm punting.
Kind of an interesting play call right there. I mean, it's 3rd and short. Might as well. Your running backs have been doing their job. I feel like they should have just ran it, but
definitely had his man open, though. Just a little bit of a misfire there from McFarland, but interesting to see what they're going to do with 2 people to the right and 1 to the left here, 1 under center to the right.
McFarland now reading things differently. He's going for the encroachment, and a timeout called by Coach Sturgis.
Miscommunication there. I could tell as soon as McFarland backed up and looked at the bench. That was definitely a miscommunication.
Oh, they will all come together and try to talk this out, as you really don't want to mess things up. You want to continue this drive. And
last time they had 4th and 2, they got stopped, so maybe don't do that same thing.
Is that Coach Kevin Hafman that I see out there as well in the white pants?
I can't tell who that is from up here, but I know Coach D'Onofrio is right next to us. That might be Coach Haynes.
He's talking things over with
maybe turn around
with Winchell. So kind of a.
I think that's Coach Haynes, but I can't tell for sure.
Assistant Brad Haynes, you're speaking of?
Yep, PE teacher at Memorial. Coach Kevin's actually not here. I just remembered that.
Oh, thank you
He
for.
is down in Beverly, Massachusetts at Endicott College visiting his son Braden,
Oh, there we
the
go.
former quarterback here from Memorial.
Well, here we go. Under center, goes McFarland. Got to be a handoff. Up the middle he goes.
Oh, and flag, of
And a
course.
flag,
but
he makes a move, and
He's in
into
for
the
the
end zone they
touchdown.
go. So we'll see what the flag is. A celebration, but
it's waved off.
they're pointing back to the flag as it looks like it might be a holding call. We'll wait to see.
Legal procedure against the Crusaders.
Legal procedure.
Why did the play continue then? If it's a legal procedure, it's supposed to be blown dead. I thought, because that's what's happened. If it's basically a false start. False starts are always supposed to be blown dead, but
Well, now I can rethink this fourth down play. It's
fourth and 7.
and not as easy as a 4th and 2, but again, you're in their territory. I wish the kicking game was a little bit better for Memorial, so they could try to work that to their advantage here.
Yeah, it's a long way out.
But we've already seen a 49-yard touchdown in that last drive, so we know that McFarland can throw the ball if he needs to.
It's going to be a 40-plus yard field goal, I believe, if they were to try to kick it.
And here we go, 4th and 7, looking, got to scramble, is able to get outside, the throw up in the air.
Have some. Oh, it's way out.
Way outside of completion, but unfortunately he was about 7 yards out of bounds. So,
Penalties continue to kill Memorial here.
well,
And it's those 5-yarders, the encroachment, the illegal procedure, all that stuff. Just the little things that can be fixed really easily are the things that continue to hurt Memorial. But good teams like Spaulding going to take advantage of those.
well, Coach Sturgeon was saying that's all they're doing is kind of staying in this game and waiting for them to make, mistakes. And second time turning over the ball on downs is Memorial. And now, let's see. Little pitch up the middle. Can he be stopped?
Trying to power himself through.
And finally brought down, but it'll be good for a 5-yard gain either way.
Couldn't tell who the ball carrier was on that one. There's nobody.
It was
There was a
Colby.
C.
Colby,
Was it?
or Emmett Colby, excuse me.
Again, him and Hunter Truman are the two that have touched the ball definitely the most tonight.
Well, we just passed the 5-minute mark remaining at this game, or in this half, excuse me. And Memorial gonna use their halftime to really figure things out for sure.
Yeah, those penalties.
Oh,
killer.
pass play here, Andrew.
Here we go.
Ball's up in the air, and going to be tipped away, incomplete. So
Alessandro on the coverage with Truman. And Truman, the running back, who's listed on my roster as a wide receiver and defensive end, but has done a lot of running, and he might have moved into 4th place in Division I by this point with the rushing yards that he's got. But he lined up as a receiver that time, but great coverage by Martin Alessandro.
oh, finally we get to see Melendez's arm, and
That was a good throw.
it was not bad, but good coverage. And now we'll have a third and 5. Man in motion, the pitch out, and look at this. Can he be? Brought down.
Big stop.
And the ground probably caused the fumble as it
Yeah,
did go out of bounds.
looked like
but
it.
That was a huge tackle right there.
Right at the bottom of the legs, below the knees there, to trip up the big guy, Emmett Colby. And now, what do you do here if you're Spaulding? Punter, go for it.
It's, what have we got? A 4th down and about 3 yards. Your running game has been so dominant. Yeah, they're going to go for it.
4th and 2, yeah.
Try to get some encroachment here. See what they could do, but at the same time,
Baffled how many teams get that encroachment, especially on 4th and less than 5.
a little pitch out. It'll be, oh, can he be stopped?
Wait for a signal.
Now he was able to get that first down, and
Yep.
now the drive will continue here for Spaulding. It was a good attempt. I wasn't sure if they could get it. And unfortunately, Truman just too strong, and
Yeah.
Soto doing a good job on defense as well, but just not able to get him to stop.
Clock's ticking down to 4:10. It'll be 4 minutes soon, but that Spaulding, I'm not surprised Spaulding went for it. Their running game's been so dominant.
And here we go again. Up the middle it goes, and look at this line of.
Nowhere to go.
We have a tackle there. Well, brought down pretty hard.
Yeah, that was Pat Vachon.
He did not want Hunter Truman going anywhere, even though he didn't have the ball. Truman didn't really appreciate that.
No. That was junior Pat Vachon. And if you know Pat Vachon, everybody loves Pat Vachon. So he's a great kid, but I don't know if there's any need for that tackle.
I think he thought he had the ball and just wanted to make sure that he was not going anywhere. And so now a 2nd and 9 here.
That high snap fake is getting me there.
Oh, a double reverse. Look at this. And after being angry before, he's able to gain some yards still on his feet and brought down finally at the 30-yard line. So a big 25-yard gain right there by Hunter Truman. But, Andrew, look at this. A flag on the field. And the referee will make that.
That's a big break.
Huge break.
Couldn't hear what the penalty was. There's a lot of yelling down here.
I was looking for the referee to make the sign. And
I never even saw a flag either. I just saw.
It's way back there at the. Yeah, there we go. So it's a holding call.
Oh, I see it now. Yep. Big break for Memorial that pushes Spaulding back to 2nd and 19.
First time they've really had a big spot like this to get all these yards.
Now they really gotta get that ball up the field.
Clock still running, which I thought after a penalty wasn't supposed to be running, but
Seen him give that signal, waving his arm in a circle a lot tonight to get that clock running. At times I didn't think that it was going to run, but he is the referee. He is wearing the
pitch
uniform.
out right here. Oh, a stiff arm. Oh, his ball almost came out, but a good job by a number of red jerseys, not Red Raiders. And I saw, really Jose Soto was a big part of that tackle right there.
Yeah, and even those 1st and 15, that was bound to be a 1-yard rush, but those yards after initial, that Emmett Colby just lowered his shoulder and drove into the chest of those defenders, but luckily they were able to bring him down. But those yards after are going to be the thing that kills Memorial. It just gave up 3 extra yards. I mean, still 3rd and pretty long to go.
Emmett Colby coming off the field right there, and Zach Lynch will be the new running back in his replacement. So something to look into to see if there's a little bit of an injury there. He ran off the field, but it really wasn't as quick as it could have been.
He's been working hard tonight. He might just need a rest.
And now, look at that.
There's
Truman gets the
Truman.
ball, trying to get it out to the outside. Going to be brought down at about the 49-yard line of the Spaulding side, and it'll be a 4th and 5.
Now do you go for it?
Well, you got a minute 30 to go in this first half, and, well, your punt game is struggling after losing your top punter last week in Ned Drana. So you might as well go for it, I suppose.
Yeah, especially with that dominant running game all night.
Here we go.
Same formation all game.
See if they're Truman in motion. No, it's not Truman in motion. Lynch in motion. And they're just trying to get an encroachment right now.
it's
And
not
good
happening.
job by Memorial
Not happening.
making sure that this does not happen as we get
I thought
under
that
a
was
minute.
going to happen. I knew they were going to go.
And
for
they
the-
are calling a timeout. And wow, great job by the Crusaders
It's
not falling for it.
Exactly what I thought would happen. They tried to go for that encroachment. I could actually see him move his head when he was trying to get that encroachment penalty, but that Memorial defensive line staying as stone as a brick wall. And Spaulding's kind of forced to take a timeout because at that point you've just wasted so much time. They need to just stop that clock.
Well, 54 seconds remaining now. And, now it's Spaulding. What do you do now? Do you still go for it? It's going to
After
be
the
interesting to
timeout,
see.
54 seconds. Say, yeah, why not?
All it takes is a long run, but at the same time, we see some cheering here, or attempted cheering, some dance moves, I guess.
That's Burris.
He's trying to get the things going here. Looks like he's going to
He did get that crowd
play
going,
deep.
but
Yeah, they're going to finally punt. Wow, all right.
fastest
so
player
Spaulding-
on the team back there for the return.
well,
This could
still,
definitely be interesting.
still could be low snap,
bad
not handled
snap.
cleanly. And he's going to run for the ball, but he's going to be brought down.
Big turnover.
And now look at this, 43 yards, 49 seconds remaining, and Memorial has great field position and hoping to make something else happen here to end this first half.
Spaulding has not had much luck on their punts in the last couple games.
That was a really bad snap,
Yeah.
and you got to wonder if that was the reason why Ned got injured last week. It was one of the snaps.
Took too long. Obviously, there was a blocker in there that caused him to break 2 bones in his leg, but just another bad snap on a punt. But Memorial 44 in enemy territory with 49 seconds left.
All right, well, he's going to throw it. Let's see McFarland, ball in the air.
Oh, he's
Oh,
pass
and there's a
interference.
pass interference thrown.
all day long. Yep.
He's, wow, so we might have a new favorite wide receiver for Connor McFarland here, Andrew.
Ethan Vilgrain. That's funny. He came right up to me, saw what I was wearing, shook my hand, introduced himself, and he's been having himself a pretty good night. He's got a touchdown, a couple real good receptions, and just drew that pass interference penalty.
Oh, you can see this referee making that call, and, well, that's a nice 15-yard gain right there.
Too bad it's not the NFL. That ball would have been at the 2.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's tough when they don't allow that to happen.
Although I feel like that is a little bit of a tough thing, because of flops and stuff. One bad flop can cost you 40 yards for all that matter, but big penalty here and a bad one to take for Spaulding.
McFarland thinking about running, thinking about passing. Let's see what he does. He balls up in the air, and an incomplete pass again.
Guess who?
Your junior, Walgreen.
Vilgrain's second
Vilgrain,
straight
excuse me.
target.
Well, only 13 seconds have come off the clock so far.
Farland's doing the right thing, though, trying to air it out, try to get that ball inside the 10, and then pack the box and get it into the end zone. But now on 2nd and 10, got to wonder what Coach Sturgis just drew up and told him.
Oh, you know that they're 3rd and 10, or 2nd and 10. You got to, I don't think they have any time. They thought they might have one timeout left. And looks like it's be a run play up the middle. Burris able to get off some tackles. He's still going. He's getting pushed by his teammates. Look at this, Andrew.
He's
what a
still
great run. He's still on his feet.
Goodness
moving.
gracious.
And now inside the red zone at about the 12-yard line.
Those yards after are killing both of these teams tonight. He must have gotten an extra 7 yards off of that. Just
Unbelievable
pushing
run.
and pushing.
The clock will stop because it's a first down. So,
Wow. What a great run by Burris, just using those legs to push forward.
looking like Marshawn Lynch out there. Another run up here. Tries to bounce out to the outside.
he goes.
Got to get one man to beat. And he is tackled.
Now here's the timeout.
And now,
He was definitely trying to go out of bounds, but a good job by, it looks like that was Zach Lynch of Spaulding who tripped him up and did not let him go out of bounds. But now Memorial is real close to being able to tie this game. Take a bigger lead.
Caden Melendez out there also in the defense, who's,
The quarterback.
The quarterback. So,
No, he hasn't used his arm much tonight, though, so
well, here we
got
go.
one
11
pass.
seconds to go. And you might as well pass it a few times here, Andrew, trying to make something happen.
target to the end zone all 3 times is what I believe that Coach Sturgis is telling him. Throw a pick in the end zone.
Well, you could still run it because the clock will stop because it would be a first down.
Yeah, but do
So-
you take that chance?
But I see what you're saying.
I'd say targets to the end zone all 3 times. I mean, you throw a pick with maybe 8-7 seconds that come off the clock. Touchback, go to the 20. I mean, if they get a long run, it might cost you, but I'd go targets to the back of the end zone.
Situational football, hopefully it has been used.
But it is 2nd and 3.
Yes, exactly.
But you
that's
don't
why
wanna-
you only have 2 attempts to get there. if
No
you pass.
timeouts either.
Well, in the shotgun formation, the ball up in the air. Oh, and just unable to bring it down. And he could see the anger in himself
Yeah,
right
that
there.
was for Alessandro, but that's the right thing. I believe that was that goal line fade that was used in overtime against Dover last week. But just good throw by McFarland, but just a little too far for Alessandro to bring it in. But
3 seconds off the clock, so 8 seconds remain to try to get into the end zone. They do get the
Now-
ball first to start the second half.
if this is incomplete,
And now it looks like it'll be a,
timeout Spaulding, yep.
Timeout Spaulding.
wow, the coach for Spaulding comes all the way out there. And a good chance to talking with him through email and stuff
Yeah.
like that this week.
And even before the game, too. The athletic director, too.
Kevin Herbert, who is very appreciative to get us the roster and stuff like that. We appreciate all that you do, Coach. Assistant coaches Claude Gannon, Jeff Hunt, Lenny Nadeau, Dan Melendez, Mike Allen,
Holy cow.
Nate Locke, Tyler Barlow, Ben Hefner, Chris Libby, Mike Melendez, Douglas Crawford, and Ben Gregoire.
They could
So
have a whole roster of assistant coaches.
that's at least a
Wow.
baseball squad right there.
Yeah. Basketball starting 5, hockey starting 5.
It's definitely appreciate all that they've done. And hey, they're doing well together, being undefeated, but Memorial trying to make that difference and get their first victory of the year.
My question is, if this is incomplete and there's still time on the clock, do you kick the field goal from the 7?
Interesting.
It's about an extra point, if not closer. So if this is incomplete, shot to the end zone, you know, do you kick
Here we
it?
go. Another same exact play, and it's going to be picked in the end zone and tackled at the 1-yard line. And unfortunately, Melendez able to intercept that, and they will get the ball with 2 seconds to go.
Underthrown by McFarland there for sure.
Oh, just an unfortunate spot to be in to see an interception to end the first half, and now
But they're at the 1, so if Spaulding's not careful, chance for a safety here. That's definitely a tough thing to see on the end of a big-time drive.
well, you can't really need it to end the quarter or the end the half. You got to make something happen here. So this is going to be an interesting. Could it be a 99-yard run? It could be just a run up the
Are
middle.
they going to run the ball, though, is the question. Oh, there's a flag.
Oh, this is
False start?
delay a game on the Raiders,
Ooh.
so the ball will go back 1 inch.
Uh-oh. We might have a Dan Orlovsky situation here.
I mean,
And even Jimmy Garoppolo last week. I mean, Orlovsky was thrilled that somebody else did that.
you got to
But
be.
now, yeah, it moves back barely, right? Like,
And the run up the middle will end the first half. So both squads having a chance to score points, but unfortunately both squads have only scored 2 touchdowns, and Crusaders take the 14-12 halftime lead.
yeah, those Crusaders touchdowns were by Chase Burris. It was his 4th of the year, and Ethan Vilgrain, is on the board with his first touchdown. And on the other side for Spaulding, it was Hunter Truman and Emmett Colby, really the 2 big offensive players so far tonight. But a good first half of football here from Shabbat McDonough Field, I have to say.
Well, it'll be a very exciting second half as well to see as Crusaders who get the ball first will try to increase their lead. They had a golden chance right there, but unfortunately an interception kind of derailed that idea. But we'll take a quick break. The band will be out here to play, and we'll keep the game on that so you all can enjoy that from your home. For Andrew Arnold and Kyle Heavey, Manchester Public Television, glad to be with you on this Friday night. Enjoy the wonderful performance of the Memorial Marching Band playing Star Wars. We'll be back after this. Back here at Shabbat McDonough Field for the second half of this matchup between the Memorial Crusaders and the Spaulding Red Raiders. Kyle Heavey and Andrew Arndt this time. We'll try to get your name right for the rest of the game some way or another. We're here for this matchup, and you can see your Memorial Crusader teammates are all pumped up right now, leading this 14-12.
Hey, this place is rocking right now. They've got the lead here after halftime. They played a pretty good half, I'd say. You know, a couple of turnovers, but they did what needed to be done, which was to score. And that's why they've got the lead. But their 2 touchdowns, Burris having a great game already with a bunch of rushes, and then Ethan Vilgrain started to move the spotlight over onto him towards the end of the second quarter. But on the other side of the ball, they're going to have to keep up with Spaulding's big 2 guys in Hunter Truman and Emmett Colby, who have ran the ball real well tonight. Spaulding's got 1 incomplete pass tonight in the entire half. The rest have been rushes. And
fumbles, the big issue
big
there
fumbles
for the
there
Red
for
Raiders. They easily could have scored 4 times, but unfortunately fumbles had derailed some of their drives, and
got to
instead
secure the football.
certainly has a big thing right there. And well, with Memorial getting the lead and getting the ball first in the second half, it is really a big thing if they can score and increase their lead here.
Yeah, you know, they had the shot to go for that bigger lead, but fortunately pick in the end zone, but didn't result in anything. Now Memorial has the lead to take that and make it bigger. But yeah, they're going to have to do everything right on this drive, because Spaulding just came out. I mean, they got booed by the crowd, but they were hyped up, stretching in a giant circle, and Memorial's going to have to do everything right here.
Yeah, pretty impressive to see the fans really rocking out to Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA. So it'll be a big party here on Crusader Way if they are able to get this victory in this matchup tonight. Again, Spaulding coming in, not having lost this season, and at the same time, you have Memorial, who has had trouble so far winning a game this year, or this season.
Trying to avoid overtime for a 3rd straight week.
That would be quite nice if they were able to do that, but either way, the clock has 12 minutes, and the ball has been placed on the tee, and we are almost ready to start this. Oh, tee obviously having an issue with the kicker having some issues.
Yeah, I feel like you consider this game a must-win for the Crusaders, especially when they play the 2-2 Wyndham team next week in Wyndham. So
the Jaguars pretty tough. They've another pooch kick gonna be taken, and just looks like he was driving a boat right there.
Sat right down. That was Dan Bettenker.
Well, Wisdom Teeth has helped him get wisdom with holding that ball, and there we go.
That's interesting. Usually you guys just dive on it, but he just grabbed it and just sat.
He was comfy. Like it's a nice turf. It's only 2 years old, right? So you know it's comfy for sure. But here we go. And 2 seconds came off the clock here, and we got some banging going on next to us, so that's not a good sign.
No. But here we go.
Oh, we got a false start. And let's see.
I thought Spaulding jumped from what I saw. I can see the line directly here.
Waiting for the white hat to. There we go.
Yep.
So that works out perfectly. So now the ball.
1st and 5.
Can't go wrong with that. The ball straight underneath us at the 44-yard line, and good job by Memorial.
Yeah, I'm in literally direct eye contact with that line. And I saw Spaulding go first. Memorial definitely jumped too, but Spaulding was first and makes this 1st down way easier. And a bad penalty to take at the start of the 3rd quarter.
Rolling out, incomplete right there as McFarland trying to get it to our new favorite target here in number 14, Ethan Vilgrain.
Yeah, that pass was a little too close to the ground, and Vilgrain would have had to get really low to get that, but 2nd and 5 either way. Really love, if you're Memorial, having that encroachment on the first play, because it gives you a whole different perspective of how to go for this 1st down.
Well, let's see who they got in the backfield to see if they go for the run. And it looks like it's going to be none other than number 30 doing the work.
Oh, God. They've got an interesting sign down there in the stands. It's got a picture of Coach D'Onofrio on it. That's all I'll say. But
well, the game is what we're focusing on, Andrew. Oh, and we got a helmet
that's
coming
Seymour,
off.
Yeah.
Seymour having, thankfully, no issues with the...
But now a 3rd and 5, so 2 plays that did not move the ball at all to start this drive from Memorial. They haven't done anything with that first encroachment penalty.
Oh, this is a huge thing as Only 30 seconds have come off the clock so far in this second half, but it feels like a lot has happened.
Yeah, definitely with that penalty and then that pass and unsuccessful rush. Still definitely got to do something on 3rd and 5, even just get the ball moved.
But on the other hand, Spaulding looking to stop them on this drive. And now pass play, looking to run, trying to find a hole, finds it. Can he get it across? He does.
He's got a
It
lot
went
of room.
more, and he's still on his feet, getting to out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So what a run by McFarland.
Great way to get out. He spun around from that defensive end that was definitely coming to ruin his night, and he just got a huge rush, got out of trouble, and now Memorial has great position.
Basically ran 100 yards between the play, running out of bounds, back to get the play, and now a 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line in enemy territory. Go the Crusaders.
That's definitely the right move, too, to just get out of contact, and then he saw that he had a wide open lane down the right side of the field.
Incredible vision you got to give him credit on. He's able to look around, bounce, agility, and get out of bounds. And now, look at that again.
Here he goes again.
Jumps
a hurdle.
Look at this run right there by McFarland trying to get the lane, and he is out of bounds at about the 3 or 4 yard line.
Nonetheless, a huge run again for McFarland.
Looking about a 29-yard gain right there on an all-out blitz by Spaulding that failed miserably.
Failed bad, yeah.
And now a 1st and goal, and you're going to need to give McFarland some time to breathe here, as he is
a good athlete though, lacrosse player too, but he has used his legs really, really well on this drive so far. Now it's going to be 1st and goal. So pretty much 4 plays for Memorial to try to take the lead and make it bigger.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a new quarterback possibly for this play. I'm trying to figure out.
That's Gio. That's Gio Doria. As definitely McFarland needs some
a little
time.
run up the
But
middle
there's
and
Seymour.
into the end zone, and Memorial, like we were hoping they would do, increases their lead on the first drive. A total of 1 minute and 19 seconds to get downfield.
Seymour's 2nd touchdown on the year, and that's huge. 20-12.
And look at that, the celebration going on below us in red, as that was a big opening drive, and now the lead 20-12, and looking to make it an extra point away from a 2-score game. And the snap, the kick, it is no good. Oh, that could come back to haunt, since Spaulding has been just going for 2.
But they're going to need to get that 2-point conversion to tie it.
Well,
that's a big thing you got to think about.
Certainly has been interesting to see that they would have been up 16-14 had they been making the 2-point conversions, but now down 20-12, and oh boy, Andrew, we're in line for an overtime game if they are able to get that a 2-point conversion. But the defense is rested now for Memorial. Still trying to get the fans up on their feet.
Yeah, they're having a party down there. But yeah, I mean, anything could have happened in this game if Spaulding hadn't fumbled the ball, but you know what, they did, and that's what got Memorial these touchdowns. So that was a huge start at the beginning of that 3rd quarter, though. Huge drive to put them with an 8-point lead. Just begin the 3rd quarter, less than 2 minutes, too. 1 minute and 20 was how long that drive took, and that I think what really helped it was that first penalty, the encroachment penalty, to make it 1st and 5. Failed on the first 2, but then McFarland got it done.
Kick handled at about the 32, got it bowled up and get it all the way up to the 45-yard line. So return there by number 34 of the Red Raiders, able to get some yards. And again, that's the number 34 that we don't have.
It's always interesting when that happens. I swear they always have to have the best game too. Guys not on the roster always seem to have a great game.
It's certainly an interesting, wondering who that is, but props to him on that return. And that puts the Crusaders 55 yards away from getting a touchdown.
They've got pretty good field position. It might be their best they've had, but either way.
Little pitch out, and looks like Memorial is going to stop him for about a 1-yard gain.
That was definitely talked about in the locker room. stopping that run and having the defenders watch all three of the backs in that backfield.
Emmett Colby doing the work there on that run, but like you see, only a short gain.
2nd and 8.
You see a lot of players talking things out. I saw number 65 looking to the sidelines for Memorial.
That was Josh Johannet.
Josh, obviously, he was saying, it looked like he was giving a thumbs up, like, we got this. And we'll see what they can do here on a 2nd and 8 with Spaulding in the same exact formation again. And it's going to be to
Truman.
number 18, Truman, and he will be wrapped up. And
Fumble?
no,
that was a
fumble. That was
cleat.
just, yeah.
How weird angle. I looked like someone's leg flinged back, and I thought that was the ball, but
Oh, it'll be a 3rd and short here on that big 6-7 yard run right there.
a huge stop. Big score and then a big stop. It's a dream for Memorial.
And now, can they stop on 3rd and short? Looks like we have Truman to our near side here. And he is in motion, gonna get the pitch. And he is gonna be, he's gonna get the first down, just barely. A 2 yard gain, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Yep, and there's a signal. Always got to wait for the signal. But first down on 3rd and short. Could have been a big stop, but Truman using his powerful legs to propel himself across. He got stopped initially, but the big thing tonight is those yards after the fact, and he used those to get that first down. Now Spaulding is pretty decently well into enemy territory.
Oh, here we go from the 44 yard line. And again, Hatch in motion. Got to be given up, and another big gain. Got to give some love to some of the other players on the Spaulding side. I see Edwin Tavares and Hunter Patch doing a lot of the work right there. Seth Cortina, we've said his name once, and they're able to at least make some guys miss and get some yards. And it's, this is their 6th time they've had the ball in this game.
Yeah, they've been doing their jobs all night long. You know, always got to give love to them, but the two big guys on offense have been doing a lot of the work tonight, and even their QB, Caden Melendez, hasn't thrown the ball much, but lineman's always a big part of the game. There's a big first down, though.
Yeah, down to about the 30 yard line, and that's again to Emmett Colby.
Even Seth Cortina there, the fullback on that block. And we've got another mystery man. I don't have a 24 on my roster.
Yeah, I don't have a 24 either. That's, apparently something with the 4s on this
Yeah.
on this team is doing trickery to us. Oh, here we go again. A 1st and 10 for Spaulding. We've got Truman in motion, gets the pitch, trying to bounce
stop.
around, and he is going to be finally tackled behind the line of scrimmage. I'm trying to figure out, that looks like a 6. I unfortunately don't see the number. Nate Davis, there we go.
Now, 7:20
Man's starting to get
go.
into it here as they're jumping around. Let's see,
Good.
they're not sitting, they're all standing there.
Oh, yeah. Memorial's got a big lead, and they're all happy, so this will be a huge
2nd and
game.
11 here. We got another play up the middle that's going to get some yards. It was Zach Lynch that was in motion, but
Maybe
I believe
5 or 6 there on the carry.
I believe that might have gone to Hunter Truman on that play.
Yeah, really just the two same players all night for Spaulding.
No, it was Colby. I a 50-50 shot on that one.
Either way, Either way, it's been same two guys all night for Spaulding.
Well, Lynch comes out, and now onto the field comes Truman. So, it's basically who are you going to pick? I think that's why you remember that play in the first half where they just tackled anyone that looked like they could have the ball.
Yeah, that's a smart play usually, but
And now over to Colby.
yeah, he's got it.
And that'll be another first down. Clock continuing to run here.
It's a weird way to play football. It's the same play over and over again, but it is whatever works. They want to make that record 4-0.
I mean,
And they're making their case.
I haven't heard that at all tonight's game. Seth Cortina obviously is doing a good job. He's been more of the fullback, and you can just see him in the middle of the field that he's just
Doing a lot of blocking, yeah.
doing a lot of blocking, and it's kind of fun to just be able to hit guys over and over again. And now look at this, out in front, and now tackled down is looks like Colby again.
Looks like that's going to be like gain of 3-ish, 3, 4.
It just works so beautifully with the way that they're working things, and they're sticking around. They're driving down this field.
Still, Memorial's red zone defense has been pretty good all season, and now Spaulding has to do what they didn't. Well, they don't want to do what they did in the first quarter, is turn the ball over in this position of the field.
Just slowly but diligently tiring down the defense of Memorial. And now pitch out. Looks like Cortina's going to get it this time. He's trying to get to the outside, and now he's going to be brought down by a lot of red jerseys. It looks like I see Soto in there as well, doing some of the work there.
Even he's a big guy, 5'10", 195. Big, powerful backs here for Spaulding.
Nice way to mix things up. Well, finally we got a third down, though.
3rd and 3, probably 2 plays to stop them here. Because at this point, they're at the 11. Might as well go for it at this point, especially down 8. But
the way that they've been running the ball, absolutely.
yeah, been successful a lot tonight.
Oh, look! Oh, he barely got past the guy and is able to get some yards. And let's see, right around the line for the first down. And looks like we have a injured Spaulding player who is grasping his ankle right now. So we'll have a break in the game for that to see how it is. Can't tell from our angle who it might be.
Yep, trainer and head coach Kevin Herbert are out there looking at him. Looks like that ball spotted at the 8.
And that would make it first down,
Yeah.
so 1st and goal. And unfortunately, we hate to see injuries as another third quarter injury that we've had to see so far. But he is up on his feet, which is a great sign. And now we'll see if he's able to walk off. At least he's up on his feet.
See what that number is too, so we can figure out who that is.
I believe that's number 15, and that would be Gavin Letourneau-Cordy, who comes in as a tight end, linebacker, and defensive end. Obviously,
Yeah,
he's
I
a big part of the
can't
tight
tell.
end. And he's getting some help from number 7, Zach Lynch, as
You
well.
must have better eyes than me. I cannot tell what that other
have
number
a
is. I
call-
see the 1.
It's called this camera that I can zoom in on with.
I saw the 1. I just can't tell. It's not 18 because Truman's right there. So you might be right. That's 15, Gavin Letourneau-Cordy.
The
who
junior.
Have not said his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, he's just been out there blocking the whole entire time, and it looks like someone just fell on his ankle. And now back to the action, first and goal, 4:12 remaining in this third quarter, and Spaulding trying to answer Crusaders' touchdown here to start the second half. A pitch out, gets a hole, running, and he's going to be stopped at about the 2-yard line. Nice little run there for 6 yards.
Yeah, good stop there, though, on the goal line by Memorial. Make Spaulding run another play and waste some time in order to get the touchdown that is anticipated.
Well, let's see who's going to get it this time. I don't think that they're going to run it, or they're going to pass it. So who's your poison?
One pass, still one pass all night.
Let's see.
Interesting.
Hunter Truman out there. Let's see who they put in motion.
He's on the end.
Oh, now it looks like it's going to be a run up the middle, and it looks like it's going to be Truman who's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown to make it a 20-18 game and a 2-point conversion.